train or not. Now, if you don't have the money, if you don't want to spend the money and go see a specialist, and if the pain is very mild, if you just have some sensitivity, very mild sensitivity while doing these movements, what I would do is rest for another 3 days. This is my approach always. If I have a small and mild sensitivity, I don't do nothing exercise strength wise, and let the joint rest. So while these 3 days, the first 24 hours, don't do nothing, and the next 2 days, what you can do is do some very soft stretching, to open up the area of the shoulder. So as we said, when the shoulder is rolled up, is squeezing over here. It might be squeezing, it's not always sure, but it might be squeezing on your rotator cuff tendon, and decreasing the space over here inside your shoulder and making the shoulder worse. So what you want to do is open up a little bit your shoulders with some simple stretches, so that you can give it some space, give some space to the muscles that are damaged to relax a bit. So a simple stretch I first do is, just put your hand across the wall and just stretch it. Just simple chest openers like this. Do both hands, and of course just do a mild stretch. You don't want to overdo it. Do like 3 sets of 15 seconds, and don't put too much pressure on it. Of course, if you feel the slightest pain or sensitivity while doing this exercise, stop it. And the next exercise I do is an exercise that is basically my favorite. I feel a very good release while doing this exercise, and in order to do this, you're going to need some kind of cylindrical pipe or metallic rod, or of course something not very heavy, or like a wooden rod or something like that. So what I do, I use my crutch, and what I do is I do this stretch over here, bring the crutch behind your body, grab it with the other hand, and turn it like this, So by this way you are opening up the shoulder. So from a hunched up position, you are turning it towards the opposite position, and this also gives a good stretch to, I feel, the subscapularis, which is one of the neglected rotator cuff muscles people don't talk very much about. Try this stretch also. It's my favorite. I really feel good when I feel a really good release. It's also a good stretch for people, who generally have rounded shoulders. And the third thing I do is I do some self-myofascial release. I do some massage with a ball on my upper back on the wall. I've showed this exercise before in a video. I'm going to put the link over here. So you just take a ball, sit against a wall and massage the upper part of the back. This also feels quite good, and when I use this exercise also between the shoulder blades, I feel some release in my shoulder, which also feels nice. So this is another exercise I do. Of course, avoid the bony parts of your back and just use it to massage the soft tissue of your back. So after 3 days of not doing anything, just the simple stretches I showed you, what you can do is reassess yourself, do the 3 tests I showed you in this video again, and see if the pain is gone, if the pain is better. If the pain is better, but you still have some mild sensitivity, again, I would recommend you to go see a specialist. If the pain is gone, you can start training again. Don't go too rough in the first week, and avoid pushing exercises, because the shoulder might not be fully recovered, and it's you raise a lot more possibilities by doing pushing exercises from the beginning to make the problem reoccur. So start the first week of your training just by doing pulling exercises, and ideally start with some opposite exercises. So do some kind of horizontal row. Ideally I would do inverted rows. That's what I did once. I had some shoulder issue due to some pain caused by push-ups, and basically the main reason was that I hadn't warmed up well at the time. So another point also is to always warm up, of course. And doing inverted rows, doing the opposite position of push-ups, the opposite exercise of push-ups, is a good way to re-strengthen the area of the affected part of your body, and just reshape it a little bit into an opposite manner and strengthen it, and bring it into a more friendlier position, so the muscle can still the affected muscle can rest a little bit better, can relax a little bit more. So do inverted rows, and if you want, also try some pull-ups. Of course, it goes without saying, if you have any kind of pain, even if it's small during pull-ups or even the inverted rows, stop doing this. And after that, I start slowly introducing again push-up exercises in my program. Start slow, start putting some push-ups, and as I told you, do only pull exercises the first week. No, even dips or handstand push-ups, I wouldn't do these. Maybe I would do some handstand balance for stability, but still that's better to include after the first week. And that's basically what I suggest when you have this kind of problem. So that was all. Keep in mind that this video is not meant to be a rehabilitation video or a treatment video. I only posted this, to inform you and to give you an idea of what's basically happening if you're facing this kind of problem. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, check out my website where I post some interesting articles, check out my Facebook group if you want to check out what I'm doing on a daily basis, what I'm reading, I also post some interesting tips over there about nutrition, exercise, and generally healthy lifestyle and self-improvement. And until next time, take it easy.